Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from a snowy Ottawa, Canada. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm just popping in because I was in my craft room playing with some products, and so I thought I would just pop on and show you what I was doing. I did do a couple of posts showing you the set I was working with because today we have a snowfall warning in Ottawa, and we are set to receive between 10 and 20 centimeters of snow. So luckily I got everything in my garden, most of the stuff in my garden tidied up yesterday. So I'm kind of ready for the snow, but not 100%. Anyways, it is what it is. We have quite a long winter here, so you just have to embrace it. And in doing so, I was looking at one of the new sets from Stampin' Up! And it is called Delicate Pines. The paper is called Elegant Pines. So this is the stamps set, and these are the dies that go with it. And to be honest, I have quite a few snowflake sets, so I wasn't really sure I needed this until I started playing with it. And it just has some really interesting elements to it, such as these dies here. And I like how the large snowflake dies, you layer up the dies to give it a real snowflake look, so that you can see how it die cuts between the snowflake. I don't know what those are called actually. Anyways, it's a very fun set to play with. Delicate Pines. And so some of the other products that I'm using are the snowflake paper. It's I thought it was velvet, but it's not really, but it is embossed with snowflakes on it, so it's quite pretty. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but I noticed it and I thought I'll try it. I'll show it to you and you can see what you think. I'm also using the Peaceful Garden Glimmer paper. The one I'm using is this one. So it just says it's shades of blue. So I'm using this one. I thought it was a little bit like soft seafoam. So you can tell me what you think. So we're using this one. And also the All Season Velvet, which we're using in white. And someone asked me on another video, I used this and they asked if it die cut nicely, and it does. I will show you. There is here's a couple of die cuts, and you'll see some other ones that I've used. I've used these really intricate ones as well, and they die cut really beautifully. So that's a yes. And it comes in red, green, and white. And I would call this cherry cobbler, and this one more like garden green, if you're looking to coordinate it with anything else. So what I like to do when I'm designing this type of card is I die cut a whole bunch of pieces in the color palette I'm going to use. And if you've followed me, you know I really like monotone cards. So one of the cards we're doing is monotone. The other one I have included this glitter paper. So I like to die cut a whole bunch of things and then see what I'm going to use. I didn't use any of the branches yet, but this is just my first actually it's not my first play with this set. I am doing a card class November 22nd using this set, so I'll just grab the cards and show you. So for my card classes, for my Christmas ones, we do 10 cards. Typically we do 8 cards. So this is the first one, and this is using the paper that goes with that stamp set. This is the second one, and there you can see I've used that branch there. And this is the third one. I don't know if you guys remember these snowflakes. We had them a while ago, and so I still have some, and I love them, so we're using them. So those are 3 of the cards for card class, and I will design 2 more, but not the ones I'm showing you today, because these are a little bit intense and it would be a lot of die cutting. So we're just going to make 2 cards, and you can help me decide for some of the elements. So the first one, we're going to use that beautiful glimmer paper. No, let me get it right. Peaceful Garden glimmer paper. I was right. So for this one, we're not doing we're not doing completely monotone, but we are doing mostly white with accents of this color. I thought this would be a little closer in color to the soft seafoam, but it does actually pick it up. So I think it's good to go. Now I can't decide. We've got a basic white card base, and at first I did this one, which I quite liked, and then I thought, well, I should look and see what it looks like with the snowflakes. So then we've got our glimmer arch, and for that it's the Everyday Arches dies, a must-have in your collection for sure. And then I used Peaceful Greenery 3D embossing folder and the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder, and I was deciding which one I like best. So you can help me decide. So here is the greenery one, which you're saying, why do you use a greenery one when it's snow? It just looks really pretty. But it also looks pretty with the snowflake one. So that's going to go like that. Then I have the smaller one in vellum. I'm so excited vellum came back. I am a vellum girl. So tell me in the comments which one you think you like better, the snowflake or the greenery. I don't know, they're both really pretty. Okay, let's pop up the snowflake and then we can decide. So you could be thinking about greenery or snowflakes. So for this card, what I'm going to do is I've already die cut this soft seafoam and heat embossed it in white. Actually, I heat embossed it first and then die cut it. So it's going to go right here. I'm going to put the snowflake together first so I can know where to put my glue. I did heat emboss right on the vellum in white, Warmest Winter Wishes. So I think for some of these I'm going to use glue dots because they're the perfect size. The only thing is you don't have any wiggle room to adjust, but I think that's okay. So then we're going to put 3 of these, and these die cut really nicely. Now I'm going to put them exactly on top of the shorter ones. So there we've got 1. Is anyone else in their craft room today? Where I live, it's the perfect crafting day. 2. 3. Does make it tall, but I think that's nice. Okay, so there we have that, and then I'm going to put, this is the little snowflake, again heat embossed in white. I just love layering everything up. Now I could have gone with even one more layer and added that, but I think, I think not for this card. So there we've got our glue dot, but I do like that. I'm just going to leave it to the side here. All right, so now we know where we can put our glue, and we can put it here because it won't really show up, but I'm going to put it where the cardstock is so that we don't see it. So we'll add that to our glimmer. And now we have to decide which background we want. Do we want the snowflake? I die cut it so that it was mostly just the little spots from the snowflake. Or do we want the greenery? I don't know, something's telling me why am I using greenery when I have a perfectly good snowflake die. What I should be doing is making two, one of each, which I may do later. But for here, I think I'm going to go snowflake. For the next card, it'll be a little bit different. So let's just put that there. And then I see this is pushing up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is put it like that. And just give it a little bit of more pressure. Now I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. It's kind of fun designing snowflake cards when it's snowing out, and the snow is actually quite beautiful because I'm not driving in it. I did head out earlier today before the snow. Now the other thing I was thinking before I do this, okay, hold tight. I have this fluffy trim. I don't know, you can actually get too much going on. No, that's not thick enough. But maybe, I feel like now it just needs a little something across it. Let's try this. With glitter paper, glimmer paper, you really need to give it a second to adhere. So I'm just wondering if I should put a little strip across there of white. Let's cut it. I'm just using scissors and see if we like it. I find all these whites, even though they're white, they're all a little bit different. All right, let's see if we got that stuck on. It seemed like I used a lot of glue. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, let's add it. I designed some Christmas cards with the red vellum, and I actually did this as well. All right, now we'll add this. Okay, so now we need one more thing to put in the middle. And I was thinking of maybe these druzy adhesive back, because they're quite a statement. They're a bit high, but your card's already pretty high, so you probably, no, that's too big. You're probably going to have this to be a card that you give somebody. But if you don't want to add that extra little bit, I think it looked fine the way it was. All right, card number 1, Warmest Winter Wishes on a very blustery day here in Ottawa. Okay, so we went with the snowflakes. Now the next one is, the next card is Tone on Tone, and I have a lot of layers here. And again, I did vellum, and this is the textured notes dies. Very pretty. And then I did the textured notes. Okay, so I did a whole bunch for this one. So here I have my white card base. Then I did the textured notes in vellum, and I did it in the white velvet. So that's what that would look like. And then I noticed this one on my desk, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. It's got little snowflakes. So I did this one. But really, when you look at it, you can't even see the snowflakes anymore. So I thought, no, nix that. And then I did it just plain. So that would look like that. Again, it's a little bit not white. This is my monochromatic card, so I want it to be white. This one is a little more white. I almost think I want this one. Although this one should be perfect. I think I want this one, but let's build up our snowflake again and then see where we land. And then we might actually, I don't think so for this card. All right, so this one I've got lots going on. I might use my little mat. It already has a bit of glue on it, but let's see. So for the base, I heat embossed white on white, and some of it did flake off. I don't know if that was user error or maybe I didn't hold it long enough. So now I have these that were die cut from the white velvet, and you'll see these are very intricate. So the white velvet does die cut really nicely. Just popping out that last one there. So I think I'm going to use glue dots to start. So we're going to add the white, and I'm adding it offsetting those big ones there. Something just landed. Okay, so a couple more little ones. I could have used my brush, I guess. But it is a very intricate die, and it die cuts beautifully. Sometimes you buy these, sometimes you get a die and it's really intricate and it's frustrating to work with. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so this one is going to go here. And then the next one is going to go, so this one is all white and vellum. The third one is going to go here. All right, next we're going to add this heat embossed white on white, and I am going to add a glue dot. Seems to be working the best. And we'll put that right, I'm not sure if there's an exact way to put it, so we're just going to put it like that. Now I have vellum, and I'm going to add 3 vellum layers. And the vellum is really thin, but once you start adding all of these glue dot layers, now I'm trying to remember where I wanted these. Okay, I'm going to put it in between. So there's 1. These are easy cards to put together. It just takes a long time to die cut all the pieces. So I've got it between 2, and there's 1 more around here somewhere. 3. That's why I like die cutting everything at the beginning, and then I just see how I'm going to put it together. Okay, that's a lot. Now I did have, I thought, another little snowflake for the middle somewhere. But for now, let's just put this on. So this is going to go on the vellum. Isn't that beautiful? Let me see. Oh, here's another little snowflake. This is why it's nice to have your little container, because the other one I used an embossed one. This one I'm going to use this one, I think. I'm actually not sure. So let's go ahead and put this on. And then we'll decide how we're going to do our background. So this one is Celebrate the Season. And I think I want it up and down. So I'm just making sure I've got it centered. I don't know what happened to the other one. Okay, so now we need to decide on our background again. So this was the textured notes in the velvet, which I think is my favorite. This one is just the snowflakes. Well, it's not bad, and I never did do this one, so I could try it, but that's okay. That's okay. This one, no, that was a no. Hey, let's just try this one for fun. go. It is pretty, but I think it's too much. We're going to go with this because we have a lot of other things going on, so I think we shouldn't complicate it. Now let's see how well this adheres to velvet. So I've put that all on. Can't decide what I want in the middle here other than just a gem or something. Okay, so we got that on that, and then we'll add this piece to our white card base. So this is definitely not one you'd mass produce and mail out a whole bunch of them because it is a lot of die cutting. So do I want that? I don't know. So I did pull out some other, these are pearl adhesive backed berries. What I like about these ones is run a clear sheet so you can go like this and see how it looks. Or if I just wanted to do that. That's kind of cute. Let's put it on and then I won't push it down and we can take it off if we need to. What do you guys think? I'm not sure. Well, it is white. The other one I was thinking of, let's take this off now after I just did push it down. Let's try to take it off. I'm just going to put it back on this sheet because the other one I was thinking of is these hues of blue. However, these ones are white, and although they're not six-sided, they kind of look like a snowflake. Let's try that, and we'll see. We'll either go yay or nay. Oh yeah, I like that. I think it's a yay. So this is the one that came with the Peaceful Garden set. This one I've had for a while. I don't remember what set it coordinates with. Okay, I think we're done. We've made our decisions. Everything's glued down. Oops, forgot that piece. So let's see if we think we like what we decided on. Let's do it this way because that's how we did them. So Elegant Pines is the bundle. The paper is called, no, Delicate Pines. The paper is called Elegant Pines. It's right behind me, and I've used it on some other cards, but these ones I just wanted to work with the dies. So Delicate Pines are the dies. So what do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? Add a little color or monochromatic? Pop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know which one you like better. And I hope you get a chance to play with this stamp set, and the paper is beautiful as well. So thank you for tuning in today. And if you are anywhere where you're getting snow, I hope you're somewhere safe and you get to spend some time in your craft room. Thanks everyone.